I started brainstorming. I was like, okay, like, how are you going to do this all over again? Like, really, like, how? And I was like, go back to the roots that you were doing. Go back to what people already liked, which was your Hispanic videos.
Yeah.
Started doing them on TikTok. I remember my first video got 200 views. After that,
Oh, really?
yeah,
like
200.
right away.
I got like 200 views. It was like Hispanic parents, things Hispanic parents don't let you do. It was like a little music in the background, and I was just pointing up, doing this, and with my dog. And then I started posting more and more and more. People started liking it. I remember I was like, okay, here it is. I'm not gonna let this go for anything in the world. This is my baby right here. Like, I'm not gonna let go of it. And ever since then, I haven't stopped doing social media.
You're watching Chic Innovator. Stay tuned for fascinating topics, fascinating people that have style and are innovative. You're watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. So go ahead. Welcome, by the way. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so much. How's it going, everyone? My name is Willy Hidalgo. I am a social media content creator, / influencer. And yeah, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, representing New Mexico. And I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Arabel.
Thank you for being in Chicago. We're so happy. I have to tell you, maybe a model also, because a runway model. I know you've done some modeling in the past, right?
I have done some modeling in the past.
And they, kind of tried out right now for Runway Latinx. So you're going to see them at Runway Latinx as well.
We're definitely going to be here.
You got the walk. You got the moves.
We got to work on it a little bit, but we'll be here.
Sí, oye, bienvenido.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias por estar aquí. So I have to tell you, I was very excited about you coming in. First of all, thank you for showing up to my birthday party.
Of course.
Not to brag, but we had the best party in Chicago.
I think it's one of the best parties that I've ever been to, honestly. Yeah, once we got there and we were like, oh, we're super excited. Let's go to Arabel's party. We've been looking forward to this. We got there. The line was literally a curl. Like, it was like all around like a loop. And we were like, whoa, where did we just show up to? And this is where Arabel's party was. Well, Giancarlo told us, and we're like, wow, like, if it looks like this outside, I can't just imagine how it looks inside. Once we went inside.
Yeah, and it was really beautiful. It was at Penthouse, which is a private club in the West Loop area.
Yeah.
West Loop is like one of the hottest areas now in Chicago.
Hottest areas, okay.
And yeah, we were very blessed because the weather. So weather in Chicago, like every place else in the U.S., has been crazy. But Saturday night, on May 31st, it was perfect. And my birthday's June 1st, so I waited there until, I became legal.
Yes.
No, we had so much fun. And Chasing Sunsets, my friend Eric, he's a DJ, he kind of started that like last year. So what we had is we were able to watch the sunset, and we took a lot of pictures because you could see from the rooftop of the Penthouse the whole city.
Wow.
So we got a lot of pictures to kind of welcome in the new birthday year.
What a detail. That's really cool. I have never really heard about Chasing a Sunset. This is the first time I hear about it. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, and so we had Gianni Blue, who is also, it was his birthday as well, and so we were both celebrating, and he's a great DJ.
Yes, he is.
And then Ileana, and then Eric, and then I saw you dancing.
Yes, I was having the time of my life. I always like to be in a great vibe, great mood. And once I went in there, like I told you, I saw like just the great vibes there was. I said hi to you, to everyone, and we went. We
lost him. The truth is, we kind of lost.
We got lost. Like, we said hi, and then 5 minutes in, we were completely lost, but because we were in the middle.
Yes.
In the middle of the dance floor, we were dancing, having a great time. It was honestly I think it was like more of a party to me. It was more of like such like a nice moment, like an enjoying moment where it was like, you're just vibing with the people that you don't know all these people, but in a way you kind of felt like everyone was in the same level and the same mood. So it's like everyone's connecting. Amazing.
Yes. And I have to tell you, Willy, and you'll see when you come to Runway Latinx, one of the things we try to do with a lot of the events that we do is exactly that. So we try to create building up, a little bit with the marketing, but also with the messaging, that you create a vibe so that when people are a part of it, they're all like one.
Yes,
exactly. And then you just are enjoying yourself, and there's no questions asked. It's just about having a great time.
Because I'm sure that sometimes like people come in, they're maybe a little bit shy here and there, but if you really get them into like how you say like the same mood as everyone, like they completely forget their shyness and stuff. So that's a great detail right there.
Yeah, and then people connect, right? So
a lot of connection,
which is what we want. We want people to connect and have a good time, and then create kind of a bigger group, and everybody feel that
definitely a space where I remember that day I met a lot of people, a lot of new people here in Chicago. Like I know a lot of people here, but after leaving that party, I know even more now, and it was honestly just really down to earth people. It was people that I was hearing their stories of this and that. I was telling my story. Oh wow, we come from similarities. You come from this. I can't believe this and this and that. And I connected with so many people. So definitely one of the best parties that I have ever gone to.
Good. I love that. All right. And it was a great way for me, to start this new year.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of plans and everything. And I think I shared that with you. So everything that we do, I have a tech company that allows me to create these things where we give back, right? And so everything that we do, Runway Latinx and some of these other events, they go to benefit Pivoting in Heels, which is dedicated to empowering young women, predominantly young BIPOC women, by the way. And so it's been really great, and we want to continue to do so. But at the same time, I think it's important to have fun. It's important to get people to connect with the hope. And that's why we're doing this podcast. That's why Chic Innovator. One of the things we want to do is people like yourself get to share all the things that you're doing and maybe motivate people. Because some people, there's so many people out there without a purpose, right?
Definitely.
There's so many people looking for, how can I change my life? Or how can I make it better? Or I've made some huge mistakes and they feel like they have no other options. And I'm hoping that what we present here, being a Chic Innovator, right? Fascinating people, fascinating topics that have style, because you do have style. I saw those at Walk. I saw it.
Walk. You guys didn't see the behind the scenes, but
pero increíble, oye.
La caminata muy buena.
Super buena.
Muy buena.
That hopefully, they'll find their purpose, and then they'll connect with a lot of what we're doing, and then we do good out there. So,
and I'm glad that's the purpose that you have for this podcast, because like you say, there is a lot of people out there. The reason I say is because I've been those type of people. That you're like, whoa, what can I do now? Like, where does my life go on from this? But at the end of the day, I always say this: you shape your own future. Just because you're having a bad time right now doesn't mean it's a bad day, not a bad life.
Yeah.
I always say positive things always come if you have faith and you believe that everything your day is going to be different tomorrow. Try and do something different tomorrow. It will be, like bad times don't last forever. Good times are forever, though. That's true.
And you know what? And we want to definitely touch on your story, but I have to say this because, the whole thing of faith is such a big deal. It always has been a big deal. I tend to be a little bit more spiritual than anything else, but I have to even tell you, like even with this weekend, so I was praying, meditating, whatever you want to call it, to God, that the weather would be, good.
Perfect,
because it kept going, you weren't here, but it kept going from really cold to hot to cold. And then it was funny because we had a hot day on Friday, and then Sunday was saying it was going to be hot, and Saturday, the day of the party, it was saying it was going to be freezing.
Oh, no.
And I was like, Dios mío, please.
It was messing with you.
Yes,
it was messing with you.
But I said, you know what? It's in God's hands.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to turn out perfect. And people they didn't have coats on.
No, it was honestly, you could not even feel the cold. I don't even think, I can't remember if it was cold or not, but I remember people were out there without jackets, just their shirts.
Beautifully dressed.
It was honestly just beautiful weather. It was right in the middle of it all, literally not cold, not hot, right on point.
I think to me that's what it is, having faith, is that you do everything you can to make things right, and then you got to let it go and put it in God's hands.
Exactly. Faith goes a long way. I believe as well, I have a lot of faith always in things, and you know, I try not to lean on my own understanding, but always lean in God's. You know, always leave everything in God's hands. Like whatever, I can't try and I can't think of the future and be like, you know what, I want it to be like this, or why didn't I do this? You know, it happened already. Whatever God wants is gonna happen, and if that's the way it's gonna be, if it rains, it rains. You know, everything's already written in a way. So it's like.
You make the best of it.
You make the best. Exactly, you make the best of it. And when you lean and you leave everything in God's hands, that's when everything like goes good, literally. So I'm glad that you did that.
Yes.
That you left everything, you know, in faith because of that amazing weather.
That's when the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize it, but really, like, that's when the magic happens. Whenever you learn to just yourself, let it go. Don't stress about it. Yeah. Don't even think about it. Just.
You've done everything you can.
You've done everything you can in your power. Now you just have to let it go.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about your background, because you started in this arena of social media very young, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about like how you got into it, or why at such a young age.
Yeah, you know, cuando yo estaba chiquito, yo siempre miraba la tele. Whenever I was little, I always told myself I wanted to do this. Not exactly be a content creator, but always wanted to be part of like the big screen or in front of the cameras and this. So whenever I was little, I remember I would tell my parents, I would see someone on the TV and I would tell them like, that's gonna be me. And my parents, you know, Mexican parents, like, sí, enfócate en la escuela.
Yeah.
Y yo, okay, muy bien.
Study,
sí, like, study, like, enfócate en las cosas que importan.
Did your parents always tell you, like, you got to focus on education because nobody will take that away from you, right?
Yes. They were always very big on me studying and me having, you know, the best education. But before that, you know, I grew up and I remember I was 15 years old, and I'm 26 right now. I was 15 years old, and that was when the Vine days. So when Vine was happening, and I would see all these social media content creators, how people would come up to them and how they would get these likes and these interactions, and I was like, wow, like I want to do that, you know, like I want to do that, but how do I do that? Like I do not know how to do that. You want to be a doctor, you wake up, you go to school, and you study for it, you do this, but you don't wake up and be like, okay, like I want to do content creation, like how am I going to get from here to 100,000 followers to 500 to 1 million? So I remember so clearly back in the Facebook days, so TikTok, none of this still existed. I was always a goofy kid. Siempre riéndome, cotorreando aquí con los amigos, que esto, playing jokes, esto y el otro.
Because you are funny.
Yes.
Oh my God, you had me. I was looking at your Instagram and TikTok last night, you know, to prepare for here, and I was just laughing away. I mean, you had me laughing.
Yes, and that's crazy because all of that is literally my childhood. Everything that you see on my social media is todo lo que viví. Everything is my childhood. But yeah, I remember I did a cover, like a little singing cover of one of Usher's songs. I think it was Climax. I did it, and it was just literally me being goofy, just recording myself, like lip syncing it and this and that. I put it on Facebook and to my friends. It wasn't even a page, it was to my friends, and it got 200 likes. I was like, oh,
you're 200 likes. This is good.
Like everybody calm down, like it's happening. And I was like, oh wow, well, what if I keep doing this? So I remember the next day I put another cover and it got like 150 likes, but I was like, okay, it's not the same likes, but es la misma, la gente le gusta que
I got somebody's attention.
Sí, le gusta la gente que sea like chistoso y esto y el otro. So from there I had this crazy idea, this amazing idea of like, I had never seen anyone till that day, I had never seen anyone do Mexican moms, Mexican dads, like Hispanic parents, like how they used to live in their life. I was like, well, we grew up pretty in a strict, but as well, it can be turned into such a funny way. So I was like, why don't we just start doing, you know, those type of videos and put them on Facebook, see where it goes. You know, I was in high school, so I was very, very young. I started putting them, and it started slow. You know, it started slow as expected. It started slow, and suddenly I wake up one day, I put a video on Facebook. It's Mexican families whenever they go to church. Whenever they go to church. So preparing yourself to go to church, and then you get there and this and that. When you're in church, que cállate, que no estés hablando, que esto y el otro. I put that in the night. I remember waking up and it had like 40K views on it.
Wow.
40K views,
really?
and in that time, 40K views was...
Because that's so relatable.
It's so relatable,
I mean, it
exactly.
is so relatable.
In that time.
Not only Mexican and Latinos, but it's relatable for a lot of people. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's like like I tell you, you don't have to really be Mexican or Hispanic to like really relate to that. Like it happens in a lot of ethnicities, a lot of families. So I remember I put that and I was like, it just something in me grew, like this motivation of like, okay,
it's a sign.
It's a sign. Like you wanted this, like here it is. Like start working on it.
Yeah.
From there, I started posting and endlessly every day. And I remember like it was a month and I had 10,000 followers already. A month into that, like for me not having really anything, a month in I started getting these amounts of followers, and I was just so excited, telling everyone like, look, like a mis papás les decía, mira ma lo que tengo.
And were your parents getting excited? Were they?
They were getting excited.
Okay.
They were getting excited, but me being so young, it was like, qué bueno, pero hiciste la tarea.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah. I was like, so they didn't really understand it to the fullest until obviously till this point now. And I just started
Pero la realidad es que no todo el mundo lo entiende todavía.
Y todavía hay gente que no lo entiende, o sea, literalmente hay gente que todavía no cree en eso. They don't believe that you can make social media something huge, like something huge. Like these days, I think social media has grown so
much.
Big. It's grown so much that it's crazy. Like I'm telling you, because when I started it, social media was like, what is Facebook? What is Vine? Like, why are you doing videos? Why are you doing this? And now, it's like every corner. Sometimes it's like you see someone recording.
Well, people, I think, as of late, have taken it so much more seriously because it is serious.
They see the results.
Yeah, they see the results for sure.
They see the results. Yeah, exactly. So, going back to like when I was young and I started doing social media, Facebook videos, and from there, it just took off. I had to really stop for it doing it in a while because I had to graduate. So I kind of lost all my followers.
Oh, you did?
Yes, because I wasn't posting constantly. So
how often do you post?
I post every day.
Every day, okay.
Every single day, Monday through Sunday.
On Instagram?
On Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Every day on all of them?
Every single day.
And Facebook, too.
And Facebook. Yeah, and Facebook, I have a very large audience as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I take one video that I do and post it all to literally get 2 in 1, right? You do one video, you post it on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, and TikTok. Yeah. And from there, you put it, the next day, you check it.
And you post not on your story. You're posting it.
No, I'm posting it. Yeah, like I'm posting it. Like I edit it, I record it and everything, and then I post it. And then after,
I'm asking because I'm learning here.
Yeah, and then after I post it, of course, I share it to my followers. Like, hey, I just uploaded a new video. Go check it out, guys. I also have a channel in my Instagram. You can make like little channels, especially for your followers. So I have a channel there, and I always send it as well. Hey guys, I just posted it. People immediately go. And
I've gotten your messages.
Yeah,
and then I go and I look. No, I've gotten them. Yeah, I've gotten
amazing.
them. I'm like, let me go look.
Oh wow, what a pleasure. You're in the group. Then.
Yes,
You're
I'm in the group.
You're in the
I'm
chat.
In there. Yes.
Yeah, and it's just like strategy. It's just a smart way of like people going right away to your videos and liking it right away. Like you want to get the quickest interaction, the quickest engagement that you can, because that's when the algorithm starts boom, 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 pushing you up, y empujándose para arriba, y para arriba, y para arriba. So yeah.
No, that's great. No, I see it, and it's so fun what you're putting in there. So I'm curious. I mean, do you write down your stuff? Like, do you plan it? Like, how does that work of it? Because it's so creative, and yet at the same time, I mean, especially if you're posting every day, that's a lot.
Yes. So usually for me, so back then it was that I used to write them every single per day. I would be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do today, and then Tuesday would come. This is what I'm gonna do today. Wednesday would come. Now it's come to a time where I have a day out of the week, which is for me Sunday. When the week ends, so I have a list of videos. I have in my notes, I have a list of videos. So I basically I'll think about like a video, you know, I'll scroll down, write some ideas down, and be like, okay, I start to think sometimes like in my past, you know, like, okay, like I've done this, mi mamá me ha hecho esto, mi papá, like how can I turn this and make it to like a really...
Our parents are the best material out there.
They're the best out there.
And they're the best too.
Huge shout out, huge shout out. Yes, you know, and I start to brainstorm ideas. Okay, I can do it this way. I start writing it in my notes. So on Sunday comes and I write all my videos for the week. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday comes and then again I sketch and everything. I write my videos for the whole next week. It's such a better way because whenever I would do them per day, it was like, oh, ¿qué voy a hacer hoy? ¿Qué voy a hacer este día? No, and then the time would come, and it was like, oh, ¿qué hago? Like, ¿qué hago? And then sometimes it'd be like, okay, bueno, voy a hacer esto, and it wouldn't do the best because you would rush it. You know, so you have to give yourself really time to like expand.
Because it's a creative process. Exactly. I mean, it's a huge creative process that you're doing, and then you're putting humor behind it.
Yes.
So you're doing like a sketch that somebody, you know, would do a stand-up. You're doing it every week. And every day.
Every week. And I've been doing this for years, like posting every single day. I think that's really a key that's taken me so far is it's the consistency. You know, it's the hunger. Like you keep on wanting it. Like you can't forget like that you want it to be there. And now in a way, you know, you're forming this path to you growing and growing and growing, and like you can't stop. Like it's a creative concept that you just have to take very serious because, you know, luckily, you know, like for us, and, you know, even for you, like we're in this space that a lot of people, you know, would wish to be in. A lot of people would wish to be in this social media content creation, fashion and stuff like that. And for us to be here, we just have to remind ourselves, hey, we're here. Don't get comfortable. You need to keep working harder and harder and harder and harder. And I think that's
what motivates you? Is that a big part?
That's what motivates me. That's what I think what motivates me is, you know, I've gone through so much in my life that what motivates me is that I overcame a lot of adversities and a lot of things and I'm here right now. It could have been a different whole path, and I keep on working hard and the results keep on coming. So I'm like, if I keep working even harder, then twice the results.
You know, I would love for you to share with our audience, because I think people see you now and they think, oh, qué fácil, tú sabes, está guapo, joven, tiene todo, you know, you've got it all. But tell us a little bit about some of the adversities. And then I think even more important is like, how did you turn those around to keep going? Because a lot of people, you know, they get hit with something really big, like I know some of the things you went through, and then they're stuck, right?
So definitely.
Share with us a little bit.
Yeah, so whenever I was 20 years old, so before that, me and my parents always had, you know, my parents, we were blessed to have such a great life. You know, my dad was a chef. My mom, she stayed at home mom, and then I have 3 siblings. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. And, you know, we lived this great, beautiful life. It was like we couldn't complain, you know, we were just so grateful for it. You know, life always takes a 360 turn, right? And it can either go to it good or it can go bad, you know, vice versa. And when I was 2018, whenever I was 20 years old, my dad passed away. So that took basically a big chunk of what I was doing, the motivation, the wanting to go get it, you know, from having me showing the videos to my dad and him being like, oh, you know, he was one of the most that supported me the most in this, you know, and from me showing him be like, and he's like, oh wow, he'd be really proud, you know, even him not fully understanding it, he would believe it, you know. Took a huge part of me, and he believed in you. He believed in me. He passed away in 2018, and I was so young, you know. I was trying to figure out myself out still, and, you know, 20 years old, already without my dad, and, you know, it took a huge hit on me where for a long time I kind of went MIA. That's when I lost my second coming of followers. It's when I had started it. And I lost it all over again, so I went to 0 twice in my social media career. I went to 0 twice. So I went from having these followers to no one knowing who I was again, twice. And, you know, it took a big toll on me. It was endless days where it was just, I wouldn't really have the motivation to do anything and this and that. Finally, whenever I start getting whatever, a month passes, start getting a little bit of motivation. You know, my dad was basically the household of the family, so he was like the one that provided everything. And also, my grandpa lived with us. Él vivía con nosotros y también era como que él trabajaba mucho y también he would put to the house to have the life that we live. Sí, mi abuelito. Oh, wow. Sí, mi abuelito se vino de México. Y nos ayudaba. Entonces, hace mucho tiempo, I'm talking about like 20 años. Y se vino con nosotros, and he would also be always, he was a big part of our life because he was always there. Every single day, he was like a second dad to me. So my dad passes away in September 2018. And then a month later, my grandpa passes away.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes. That's heartbreaking.
My grandpa passes away. So we're forced to like...
And we're, you know, for people that don't know, like, I know you're Mexican, is that like we're so close to our grandparents.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
They're our parents, too.
Yeah, our grandparents is basically like to us, you know, Mexicans, it's just like that's our second parent. Yeah. Grandmas, grandpas, it's like some people don't sometimes like, why are you crying? It's just your grandpa. Or why are you feeling this way?
I know, I can't understand that.
I don't understand that. That's literally our second parent. Like we see them just the same as we see with the same love as our parents. Yes. So yeah, he ends up passing away as well. So now we're forced to like, it's just me, my mom, and my siblings. So we went from having my dad and my grandpa to like, I'm the only man, the only guy there now. Mm-hmm. And it's just like two just got basically like, they're not here anymore. Like, what do I do? So yeah, we were forced to move out of the house that we were. You know, we were forced to go into something smaller, obviously, you know, with our 4 dogs that we had, you know, our 4 dogs.
You had 4 dogs?
4 dogs.
Wow.
4 dogs. Yeah. 4 dogs that we had.
I have another family that I know too that they just went something similar.
Yeah.
And the big thing, apart from having to get something smaller, but also the dogs. Because a lot of places don't want the dogs.
No, exactly.
Like, that's our family,
and that was a huge issue. Yeah,
that's our family, too.
That's our family, too, yeah. So it was like, we were forced to move to something smaller, and you know, my mom just took like a big hit on her. So, you know, I kind of had to put my feelings to the side to provide. Now I'm the one that has to provide. For my mom, I have to help her out. And for my siblings, and I'm just 20 years old, still trying to figure myself out, you know. Mm-hmm. I had this beautiful car. I had a BMW. I had to, you know, in order to help my mom, I had to give it back. I had to give it back. I had to give a lot of things back, you know, and I took the role of 2 jobs. So I literally went to working from the morning to the afternoon to then going in basically like at nightish and working graveyard. To, you know, help my siblings were so little. So to provide for them, to help my mom with the rent, to help her with this, with that. And, you know, You're
definitely the man of the house now.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough, but at the same time...
It's a blessing in disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Because I feel like if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be where I am in this position, in this podcast with you, and doing all these things. You know, it's just little details that are hard.
Yeah.
But they form your path, you know, and that happened, and basically, you know,
I'm curious, did you wake up one day, or did you start getting little messages of how you had to turn it around, or did you do something?
I think it was just for me. I was just tired already. I was kind of like fed up with living that way. Like I was like, you know what? Like me working is not gonna help. Really, like it helps them like economically in a way, but it's not really gonna help them in the long run. You know. So that's when I was like, I have to switch it up. I have to start social media again from zero. Third time is a charm.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's when I started doing TikTok. That's when I started. My sisters were the ones. Oh, why don't you get on TikTok? Oh, why don't you do this? And I remember telling them so clearly, oh, TikTok is only for it's only for old people. Like I haven't seen people that are young there. Oh, you're crazy. Of course they're there.
But TikTok was huge already outside of the U.S.
Outside of the U.S.,
that's exactly. What a lot of people don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was at some party or something with a bunch of friends. And do you remember TikTok initially was dancing?
Yes.
A lot of the music and the
musically,
yes.
I was definitely on that.
Yes. And so we tried to do something. We got a lot of likes, but we were like, we don't know what this is. Like we didn't really, we didn't think it was going to be that big. We didn't know, right?
Yeah, you didn't know.
And then, so that was huge.
Yeah,
so
musically turned into, so it was like just lip singing and dances.
Yes.
It turned from that, it turned into TikTok. So it was like, wow, it went from this to like now you can actually talking videos, do skits, do this and that. And yeah, I literally just, my sister was like, get on it. I was like, okay, I'll get on it. First video, worst idea was to do a dancing video. And I did them and I was like, I am not doing this ever again. I was like, and I remember I sat in my bed and
Willie, you're a good dancer. I saw him dancing. You were.
Yes, I'm a very good dancer behind the scenes. In front of the camera, I am horrible. And I started brainstorming. I was like, okay, like how are you gonna do this all over again? Like really, like how? And I was like, go back to the roots that you were doing. Go back to what people already liked, which was your Hispanic videos.
Yeah.
Started doing them on TikTok. I remember my first video got 200 views. After that,
oh really?
Yeah,
like
200.
Right away.
I got like 200 views. It was like Hispanic parents, things Hispanic parents don't let you do. It was like a little music in the background, and I was just pointing up, doing this, and with my dog. And then I started posting more and more and more. People started liking it. I remember I was like, okay, here it is. I'm not gonna let this go for anything in the world. This is my baby right here. Like I'm not gonna let go of it. And ever since then, I haven't stopped doing social media, and I've been really taking care of it really good.
Why don't you tell our audience? I know some of them know you, many of them know you, but some will look you up. But tell us how many you have on TikTok now.
Yeah, so on TikTok I have Willy Hidalgo, 1.8 million followers. 1.8 million. On Instagram I have over 350K, and on Facebook I have 120,000 followers.
Okay.
Yeah.
No te tengo en Facebook. I gotta go.
Tiene que agregar en Facebook. Sí, pero on TikTok is one of my biggest platforms that I have. Okay. It is the biggest platform that I have. I just find so much freedom there. So much freedom to do, like, literally, because my whole audience is there. I get messages saying, I've been watching you since you started, and I've been following you ever since then. And it's like, wow.
And you've tried, which I love everything that you're doing, but you've also tried some other things, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, because I know that there was the Disney. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah. So like I told you, when I was little, I always wanted to be in front of the camera. So I tried for auditions a lot. In that time back then, I auditioned. I would hear that auditions would come to my city, which was Albuquerque, and I was like, I have to go and audition. Like, people would always tell me like, oh, like you'd fit for it, or you this and that. A lot of people always told me that they liked my voice, like, oh, your voice would be like a nice characteristic, like and I was like, okay. So I remember I went to go audition for Disney Channel. It was in a hotel downtown. I went to go audition for Disney Channel, and I had to read. It was an audition for a commercial for Lens Crafters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was for Lens Crafters, and I read it in front of. It was an audience, there was an audience because people were auditioning as well. And I was like, okay, don't be shy. Shyness doesn't exist here. You got it. And I did it, and they had to eliminate people basically, and then move on just to the top 10. And we'll let you know if this and this happens. You're gonna have to wait half an hour. Wait half an hour with my dad and my mom, and they came up to me and they're like, hey, like, you moved on to the top 10. Like, you're gonna, like, we want you to now read another audition. Ahora era para Colgate. Entonces I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, so they were like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. So it was like different auditions. They wanted to see how you would do differently.
Yes.
I remember I did it. I tried my best. Now it was top 5. Those top 5, they were gonna take them and get. The agents were there already, so they were gonna talk to us and everything. I did the audition and I got it as well. So I was part of the top 5. So at the end was whenever the problem came, because that's whenever they told us, the thing that they told me was that, we like your voice like a lot. We like your voice a lot. We want you to be a part of this. you know, but you're going to have to pay in advance, like some fee or something that you do for your for like as an agent. Back then, you know, it was $1,000. So back then, it was
they have to take photos.
Yeah, they have to take photos.
To do a package and
now that you're here, you're like, oh yeah, it's of course like they have to do that, you know. But back in the day, like it was too much money for my parents, you know. It was too much money, so my dad was like, you know, we can't do it. And I was like, it's okay, like what's meant for me, it's meant for me. And if it happens, it happens. And you know, I stopped doing that. I stopped doing the auditions because I knew it was gonna go through that route. And then I went into modeling. I went into modeling. I always loved as well modeling, you know what I mean. I signed to a local agency there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I remember I went to their house, they signed me, and I did some it was like little runaways for Dillard's.
Dillard's.
Yeah,
okay.
Dillard's, right there in the mall. So
it
was like you put on their wardrobe, and like you were telling me down, you put on their wardrobe, they fit you in this and this and that, and then you do the little runaway.
And you liked it,
and
right?
I loved it, you know.
You know, he did a great job.
The thing for me is like I love fashion. I love like the modeling industry, like all that. Like I just love it. It's like something in me.
You know, in the fashion industry is just so fun, right?
Fun.
So, and I want to tell you. So I started kind of getting more in the fashion industry. I actually took classes to become a designer.
Oh wow!
But then I was like, I don't know that I'm going to make enough here, so I became a lawyer. But
okay,
so I did that. I did the education thing. But I got more into the fashion thing because my dad was a tailor from Mexico. Oh, wow. And when my dad passed away, he passed away quite a long time ago, 2015. When he passed away is when I started Latino Fashion Week. I was co-founder of that, and then now have changed to Runway Latinx. But a lot of it, my motivation was him, because kind of, you know, in the back of my mind, I saw that he could have grown so much bigger. I tell people he had like 40 people in the Wicker Park area sewing and cutting his designs. And we were getting orders from all over, but he didn't know how to mass, you know, really the business side of it.
Right, expand in that way.
Yeah, expand it the way it needed to be and market it. He did a lot, though. So I was like, I have to help others, you know, get that and kind of use my marketing skills or whatever. And so that's really why kind of have gotten in that area. So I love fashion too, and have traveled to different countries to see fashion shows, and have brought in different designers, and have even taken some designers to different countries. But tell me a little bit, curious, what would you call your style, or what do you think your style is?
Yeah, so you know, I used to be in a style that was very, I did not know how to dress, just to be honest with you. But now I'm more of a style of like, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like I like bagginess in a way. Like I like bagginess. I like
it to flow a little bit.
I like it to flow. I like pastel colors, but I also like to be in all black. Like all black, I love to be. So yeah, I would say like I like to flow on it, not be so crunched up, but maybe be more of a flowy. Yeah. Okay. So
well, my birthday party, the theme was pastel, so you were.
I was, I think I was the most pastel there.
I love it. It was perfect. So it was perfect for you.
I was very beige.
How did you create your style, or how did you learn how to dress? You know, because we have a lot of men, and I have to tell you, one of the things we do for Runway Latinx is we give suggested attire, and we show different ways that people can dress. And I love it because the men that come to our event, and our event is about 52% women, 48% men. And they come dressed. We usually have a suggested attire, but they come decked out.
Wow, so nice.
How did you learn, or how did you create your style? Look at magazines. What did you pick somebody you liked?
It was honestly one of it was because I knew that in that time the way that I was dressing, I was like, I don't want to dress like this. Like I want to. Because I would look at these styles that I would see on social media, and since like I told you I like fashion and this and that, I would see, and I was like, I kind of want to not dress exactly like that, but want to dress more of like of this way. So it was like putting, you know, 1 + 1 together. It was like I had to change my look, but as well I want to change it to something that's comfortable.
Yes.
Something that's comfortable and something that's not just because it's a nice look but you don't feel comfortable in it, it doesn't mean that you have to wear it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's where the flowiness comes with me, you know? I like to be loose. You know, that's...
You like the relaxed
Yeah,
feel.
I like the relaxing, and I feel like that fits with everything, you know? Like, I feel like whenever the bottom down, like, if you're loose and stuff like that, you can wear the tightest shirt on top or whatever, but, you know, that's where it comes from. It's just seeing, it's just... You grow, and you see that, okay, I have to change my style. I have to change this, especially in social media, you know? I have to change this. I can't keep dressing like this. And then you get, you know, inspirations from people that you see online, and it's like, okay, like, this is where I want to take, because off of the top of your head, you don't have it right away, you know?
Well, definitely watch Runway Latinx, because we actually give a lot of what's on the runway, but also street styles. And, you know, a lot of time you get different ideas, and it's great. And we do it men and women because it's important, you know. A lot of times I think men are looking for an inspiration of some sort.
Yes,
and,
I agree.
Not everybody's open to asking, you know.
And that's the thing, they're not open to asking, because, and I still don't understand that till this day, you know. It's like you should
Yes.
be open to ask, because the more knowledge that you can get from other people is the more knowledge that you're gonna get, and knowledge is key, and it's gonna help you at the end of the day, you know. Like, whenever I have a question, even with fashion and stuff like that, like, I'll ask, like, does this look good? Like, you know what? No, it doesn't. Like, okay, like, we'll try this. Like, I love asking, you know. It's just the best way that I can look. I always like to look presentable. I like to smell good. I like to look good, you know, I always say look like $1 million, you know. So that's the way that I always go for, and that's what I've always done.
Love it. No, that's great. That's great. And you do. I mean, you seem very comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
Right? And you have your style, which I love. But, you know, I always ask that because some people are still, you know, uncomfortable, and you shouldn't be. You know,
you shouldn't.
Women too. Like, we had this whole conversation with some of my friends that I've had on, and they're very stylish, and I'm like, don't wear shoes that kill you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and, you know, wear something beautiful, but that you're comfortable in.
Exactly.
You have to be.
Exactly.
Because it shows otherwise, I think.
At the end of the day, it's like whatever you're comfortable in. You know what I mean? Like, no, people can tell you, like, wear this, wear that. But if you're, like I told you, if you're not comfortable in it, you're not going to want to wear it. You know, it's just like you have to be comfortable in something. You have to find something that suits you, suits your style. What kind of style are you? Are you straight style? Are you this style? Okay, well, I'm this style. Then that's where you go. You find different outcomes, different wardrobe. You ask a few questions here and there, and that's where you get your fit.
So I know you emceed like some red carpet openings and stuff. So what would you say your style is for that? Like, where do you look for inspiration for that?
For inspiration, you know, I actually put that together myself. Funny enough, I put that together myself. I like, whenever I go to red carpets, or, you know, I've got the chance to host some movie screenings, I always like to go very, how I went to your party. The attire, very classy. I like to look very classy, because I know cameras are going to be there, and this is going to be there. So I like to look very classy. I always like to go in solid colors, not so much dark colors, but like solid colors, maybe blue tuxedo, light blue tuxedo with the white shirt under, or this and that, or sometimes.
It was a great look. I saw some of the different pictures that you had, and I was like, that's, you know, a great look. And it makes a statement too.
Yeah, and I also like to go with the vibe, actually, of the movie. Like, what type of movie is it?
Yes.
You know,
yes.
if it's a comedy movie, okay, let's do this style. If it's a happy movie, you can't go all dark. Like, if it's a movie where it's like, it's a scary horror movie, okay, then that's when we try and go into, like, fitting into, like, the all dark. Like, I recently did one for Beetlejuice in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
I hosted the movie screening for Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice, it's kind of like comedy, but in a way a scary movie.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, so I went all black. I went all black there. I went all black, and a lot of people as well. They all came in black as well in their costumes, and the vibe was just very, like, obviously, like, darkish, like it's a comedy, funny movie, and yeah, basically. But sometimes I'll literally just go into Pinterest. Sometimes I'll look at some of the people that I follow. Okay, what did you wear for this, or what did you wear for that? And, you know, I get inspirations from there. You always keep getting inspiration every single day.
Yeah, and you should always be looking for inspirations. At least I think so, right? Because inspirations are in every little thing.
Everywhere.
And then I think, putting it together is how you create your style. Like getting something from here that feels good to you, that, like you said, maybe goes with the theme of the event or the movie or whatever, and then that creates your uniqueness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like your style keeps changing day by day. I mean, you can I'm not gonna dress like this when I'm 40, 50 years old, so my style will change again eventually, you know. So it's like you say, you have to put a piece of here, a piece of there, a piece of this, and a piece of that. Okay, I like it for right now. And then you go learning, well, you know what, maybe I could have done this differently, or maybe I could have put this different, I could have used this color, or maybe this color. And that's where you start leading to understanding, like, okay, like, this is my style, this is what I like to do, and this is what I'll keep doing.
Because it's a good look. I mean, you got the hair, you got your jewelry, you got the whole look. So yeah, and that's solid. Your art. For me, that's my art.
Yes.
Putting the look together that I want, and that's another way to kind of express yourself. And
yes.
Yeah,
exactly. Expressing yourself is just, how do you look? Is how you feel.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What's the next big thing for you?
What's next for me? I'm really into acting.
Okay.
I'm really trying to take a big step into the acting world.
And we're in Sin City Studios.
That's why
I was telling you, this is so cool because we've got 3 major movies that are being filmed in Chicago here. So you're in the right place.
I'm in the right place with the right people. But yes, when I came in here and I saw this, I was telling Hassan, I was telling him, wow, like, this is amazing. Like, this is huge. Like, I love being in spaces like this because it just adds to my energy. It adds to, like, what I already want to be, which is to become an actor. What I'm doing with social media is basically a stepping stool, like I'll always do social media, but my main target is to, little by little, keep getting into the whole acting world, and one day, become one of those actors that, we'll remember that, and win an Oscar, win an Emmy, win a lot of things. So that for me is the next step, is really taking into consideration really seriously the acting. Acting. I've been in short films. I've been in commercials as well. So it's like
You're ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
He's ready.
I'm ready, yes.
Well, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so
we
much.
Very much appreciate you, and we're going to see you here during Runway Latinx.
Yes, we'll be here for Runway Latinx.
It's coming very soon, October 18th. We can't wait, and it's going to be fun. It's a couple of days of a lot of fun.
A couple of days of a lot of fun. Yes. I would love. Yes, we'll see each other here in Runway Latinx on October 8th, and thank you so much. 18th. And thank you so much for having me out of it. I appreciate that. Gracias a ti. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free.